What's poppin', T-Subs and Squad? So, y'all already know what I'm here for, child. I'm here to give y'all, we are the Braxtons, and you see. This is Season 7, Episode 2, A Stumble to the Altar. So, the episode starts off with the sisters coming to sit down with bitter Mama Evelyn. And Tamar says that she didn't get an email about the itinerary for the wedding. I feel like this. Trina, you ain't even want their asses to be a part of the wedding. So if I was them, I wouldn't have wasted my time trying to help you out, sis. And I'm just going to be real. Like, you don't want me to be a part of it, but you want me to be in planning and you want me to get an itinerary and help with this or help with that. So if I wouldn't have gotten it, I wouldn't have felt no types of ways about it. But y'all know they want to be a part of and they want to help their sister out because Lord knows Trina needed all the help that she could get for this unconventional wedding that was thrown together. And you could tell it was thrown together just by the way that it was. But and I like you, Trina. But my whole thing is, girl, this ain't your first rodeo down the aisle. This ain't your first time getting married, girl. You should already know the hiccups and how to prevent them. But it is what it is, sis. Tamar tells bitter Evelyn that the bachelorette party was a dingling fest and she wants to host an evangelistic bachelorette slumber party. I'm just still confused, befuddled, perplexed as to when Tamar became so damn Mother May I-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, I must have missed when she became such a prune. I don't know. Listen, that was the time when she was still dealing with that African stick figure David. So that's probably why she was acting like that. But Tamar, girl, it wasn't that big of a damn deal. Trina had a good time. All of the other sisters had a good time except for Tony because she wasn't able to be there. And for you to be the only one to find something wrong with something was like completely ridiculous to me. And I'm just going to be real. But whatever. Girl, Trina's cake was atrocious. She claimed she wanted some type of peacock cake or whatever the case may be. And it was just atrocious. Atrocious. But whatever, child. So the sisters come together for the slumber party. Girl, Tony calling the vagina of Susie, I hollered. But let me tell you something. Y'all know I live for Tracy, even though she plucks my damn nerve. I live for Tracy. When Tracy was giving a rundown about how the stripper was fucking the grapefruit, Tracy says straight up, girl, the real gag is he actually needed two of them. Girl, the real gag is he didn't even need to cut it in half. All they needed to do was just go on ahead and make a hole right round the center of it, and it would have suited him good. And then he was talking about he was going to stick that up a woman's vagina. Girl, I know that shit gonna burn like you in the seventh layer of hell, child. Don't y'all let y'all man talk y'all into sticking something citrusy y'all up into y'all goddamn cooch. Girl, I know you lying. I don't give a damn how fine he was. And he was fine. But he wouldn't have stuck that all up my cooch, child. I know you lying. How about I squeeze it down your urethra and then you gonna see how it feels. Moving on. Tony asks, why does Daddy Michael want to sing at the wedding when he can't sing? And I had the same question. Like, he just needs to be happy that she's allowing him to walk down the aisle, especially considering the fact that the first time he didn't come because it was done in the courthouse, and the second time he didn't come because Miss Wanda wasn't allowed to come. So, he just need to be happy. But I guess Daddy Michael, whatever. So the wedding rehearsal was a complete shit show. Just call it what it was. Once again, Trina didn't know what was going on, and I don't know how because it was her wedding, but she didn't know what was going on. She didn't know. Girl, Logan was supposed to show up to be the ring bearer. He won't dare. Girl, the cake came, and the cake was worse as the first one was that she picked. It showed up completely decapitated, and you done sat there and paid these people good money to make that cake. Girl, I know you lying. I'd have ran my car right through that building and threw that deflected cake right in their face and demanded that they gave me back my money. Period. But I mean, I guess if you're a Braxton, you got money to blow like that. Trina showing Tony her wedding dress. I thought her wedding dress was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I loved it. It was cute. It wasn't too much. It was just enough. Just enough cleavage, just enough back showing, just enough train, just enough tightness. It looked really, really great on her frame. I loved it. I loved her dress. So we get down to the wedding dinner. Von's sons are completely handsome. Lord, they are so handsome, especially that oldest one. Hey, Von, oldest son, what's good? Yes, you know, I'm a contortionist in the bedroom, and I love to show you. Moving on. So Miss Wanda doesn't come to the dinner, but she will be at the wedding, and she hopes that bitter Evelyn won't get upset. And I'm just still confused as to why she would be. I mean, goddamn, 20 years later, Mama Evelyn, there's just gonna have to be a time where you just have to get over it. I mean, you're like, we gonna get down to it later. So it's Trina's wedding day, and it's snowing down in St. Louis. Everybody is nervous about Evelyn and Miss Wanda sitting together. We're going to get to that gag in a minute, because I'm really going to get Miss Evelyn together, y'all. And I'm going to try my hardest to do it as respectfully as I possibly can. But y'all already know my mouth, so we're going to see how that go. Trina wants to make sure her sisters doesn't outdress her. I mean, Trina, listen, I highly doubt any of your sisters, as over the top as they can be, I highly doubt any of them is going to purposely show up there looking better than you, which I don't know how in the very well they could when you're the one in the wedding dress that came all the way from Israel. They do the best beating, remember? So the last thing you need to be worrying about is a bitch trying to upstage you. Girl. Moving on. So somebody was being funny. I don't know whether it was the production. I don't know whether production told whoever was seating people to do this or what have you. But they wound up sitting Bitter Mama Evelyn down at the same table that Miss Wanda and Miss Tracy was sitting at. So, you know, they really didn't say much of anything to each other. And then somebody says, excuse me, ma'am, you're at the wrong table. And then they moved her at another table, I guess where everybody else from the family is going to be sitting at. So Bitter Evelyn says that when she was sitting at Wanda's table, she almost didn't recognize her. She looked sad, but she was glad that they set her there because she realized at that moment that she had victory over all of it. God is good. First of all, nothing about Miss Wanda's facial expressions looked sad. Everything about Miss Wanda's facial expressions was like, why do they have her sitting here? She don't care for me, so I'm not understanding why would they sit her here. Who's trying to be funny? That was the look that I got from her. Not that she was sad, mad, or depressed. Why would she be, girl? She got your man and was able to keep him for 20 years. Evelyn, let me tell you something. A clean-up woman is a woman who get all of the love that you girls leave behind. And the reason why you know so much about her is because Miss Wanda ran off with a man of yours. Miss Evelyn, get over it. Get over it. I mean, just the fact that you found it in your head to feel like you got victory over this woman is completely hilarious to me because you're the only one who constantly is bothered. And the thing that really bugs me about you, Miss Evelyn, is that you are a really pretty woman. You are a really pretty woman. And you had 20 years to go out and find you a new man, get you some new peen, and get you a new attitude. And you chose not to do that. You chose to sit and settle and be complicit in your bitterness, which is completely stupid to me. You put your whole life in park just so that you could be bitter about a man that did not want you. 20 years ago to now, here it is, 20 years later. This man done moved on, got remarried, and living his best life. He ain't going back and forth with you. And I think it's about time that you do the same, because you look completely stupid, foolish, ignorant, and you know, and the fact that you got 5 daughters. No wonder that they're going through the things, the changes they was going through while they was with the guys that they was with. Ugh. Sitting up there trying to act like she turned it. Girl, you ain't turned nothing. You ain't turned nothing. If anybody turned anything, it was Miss Wanda, honey. Because when your ex-husband would have came back and sat at the table and he would have wrapped his arm around her, if I was her, I would have looked at your ass and I'd have smiled and I'd have whipped my ponytail and I'd have been laid all up on my man. That used to be your man, but you was too caught up in church that you was too busy with church. You won't take care of your man. So she did what the cleanup woman was supposed to do. And I think another reason why you so hurt and you can't get over it is because you look way better than Miss Wanda do. And Miss Wanda is really no shade, but you know you ain't no spring chicken, girl. That's the real reason why Miss Evelyn just can't seem to get over it. But girl, I'm a need for you too. Fast and in a hurry. So Trina didn't want her sisters in the wedding, like I said before, but Tony thought it would be a good idea to hold the train for her until she got placed to walk down the aisle. And while they was going to do that, Tracy walked into a light bush. Girl, I hollered, I gagged, I cackled, I kikied. I kikied, girl. I kikied. And that was basically the end of the episode. Y'all, Braxton Family Values, this was a good episode. I can't wait to see next week when Tracy drunk ass is going to go off down to her sister's wedding. And, you know, Tracy got that I can't get over it from her mama. And I really wish she would, because I love Tracy. Tracy is my most favorite. But I really want her to get over it. I'm sick and tired of Tracy holding on to it. I'm sick and tired of Tracy always being mad. I'm sick and tired of seeing Tracy always sad. I'm sick and tired of seeing Tracy always with a dark cloud over her head doing every single solitary scene. It's like, oh, girl, it got to be lonely and bitter, and it must hurt waking up being you every day when you can get over it. Like I'm about to do, because I'm about to go. Bye.
What you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in a business.